Part 2. Cut.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Empowered Woman TV, and of course a very talented Matt Collins. If you've been with us for the last 2 episodes, you would have heard a little bit about Matt and him share one of his top tips in terms of having conversation, communicating, which was listening. So Matt,
what was it?
I was listening, Matt, really, I was listening. So
Listening.
What would be your next top tip when having conversations and just trying to build relationship with people?
Having great conversations. Obviously, listening is imperative. You have to be able to take on board what someone is saying, and a big part of listening is then asking better questions. And I think, like, obviously doing what I get to do, I have a lot of mentors, and they might not know they're my mentors.
Right.
But someone like Andrew Denton, for example, he had a show called Enough Rope. And even the name itself, Enough Rope, you give someone enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Right.
That's essentially what the show was all about. And that only comes because he's kind of driving that conversation.
Yep.
Literally driving that conversation. And there's lots of very, very good interviewers that I aspire to be, but they're very good at taking the conversation where they want to take it.
Okay.
And that only comes... A big part of it is from questions. What I find with the majority of people, especially if they're a little bit nervous, is they just talk. And if I don't steer that ship, it's going to go just that way. And it's not going to stop going that way until I say, okay, John Smith, let's hold up, and can I ask you about your childhood, or can I ask you about your career, or can I ask you about that time when XYZ happened? And it's only from those questions do you steer the ship towards where you want it to go. And they won't mind, because a lot of the time, a lot of people are just rambling, and I mean no disrespect by that. But so tip number 2 is asking good questions, especially if you, I can't think of a better word than are trying to get something from the end of that conversation. And you might want to be talking about a business idea, or some sort of idea, or something that you're trying to let this person know about. Questions are really, really important. So, and there's a difference between a closed question and an open question.
All right. Give us an example of a closed question and an example of an open question.
Okay. So a closed question, the only response is going to be yes or no. So if I say to Fabe, are you bisexual?
I don't even know what that means.
What would you say?
Does that mean that I bat for both sides?
Yes.
No.
So there you go, closed yes, yes or no, right? I couldn't think of a better question than that. If I said to you, what's your plans over the next 10 years?
Right.
It's not a yes or no, it's an open-ended question.
Right.
So it's very important, especially for a conversation to be interesting and to grow, that you ask open-ended questions. A lot of the time in networking or just in general conversation, we ask even if we ask a question, which most people don't, but if they do, it's a closed question.
Right.
And it's almost like a full stop.
Yep.
Fabe, what are you doing about XYZ? And you get a yes or a no, and that's the end of it. It doesn't get to evolve and grow. So when I first sit down with someone and I'm having a conversation with them, I've got a piece of paper next to me, and it has about 6 words on it.
Right.
And 2 of those is Fabe Keily, the name.
Yep.
So there's only 3 or 4 words, but what I find is from those 3 or 4 words, by asking the right questions, it organically grows.
Okay.
So it's important, open-ended questions.
So there's tip number 2 for you guys and girls. Get in the habit of asking open-ended questions. And if you need some practice, any tips on you need some practice, grab a friend and get used to doing it.
I think just knowing the difference between open and closed.
Yes.
It's great for your kids. Any parents out there, asking your kids open-ended questions is really powerful.
Yeah, certainly helps you build relationship with your kids, doesn't it?
100%.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.